Good morning. Get ready with me. It's vocal lesson day, and I'm gonna go to the diner before going to vocal lesson. So let's get ready. So it's Thursday. The last time I did one of these, it was Monday. So this week has passed by. What is time, really? These days are passing by so fast, I feel like. The move with my friend went well, and she's back at her apartment, and I helped her out with that. I know I had said that I was thinking of mentally in my head that I was gonna send my song to the guys by Wednesday, right? But Monday, I came home and I rested a little bit, and then I was like, why not today? Why can't I send it today? I just need to record the melody and send them the chords. Like, I have the chords, I just had to type it out on the doc because it's written on my journal. And the melody, I just had to sit down and sing it. It wasn't a big deal, right? I think I was overthinking it, and I was using that as almost as an excuse to hold off, when it's like, why am I holding off if all I'm gonna do is just keep overthinking it or whatever? So I said, fuck it, I'm just gonna do it now. I literally got out of bed because I was resting. I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna do it now. I got out of bed. I went to my office to be with the piano because I wanted to make sure the chords were right. And so I needed to play them on the keyboard to make sure that it sounded right to me, because I know what they sound like. Even though the notes, that is not my strong suit, I know how it sounds. I'm the one that built the chords. I did that. I typed out the document and I recorded, and it actually didn't take many takes to record it, because the first take I messed up the lyrics a little bit, so I did re-record it, and that's it. I just re-recorded it once. I didn't overthink it. I didn't try to make it perfect or anything. They know how I sing. They know when I don't sing good either, because they're there in rehearsal, right? So they've heard me sound bad too, you know? I'm just like, whatever. Actually, the melody is like the best one I've recorded so far, because my vocal teacher, he heard the really rough version, the first one I ever recorded, and that one was real rough. So I built the courage myself in real time to just say, fuck it, I'm just gonna do it now. And I did, because part of me was still like, should I wait and then go over it with my teacher before, whatever. So I went ahead and sent it, and I said, here's the stuff, let me know if you have questions. This is the kind of vibe I'm going for. I meet with our teacher this week. I couldn't record what we had going on, if you guys need more help and stuff like that. And one said, thank you. The other one said, oh yes, I'll look it over and I'll let you know if I come up with anything. And the other one's like, this is amazing. I'm excited to work on this. They all seem excited to be working on it. So that makes me excited. So then I left it at that. And then Tuesday was the difficult decision day that turned into actual action. I sold my car. So that was the big decision, is selling my car, because I live in Chicago. I live in a very walkable city. I found myself barely using my car. I was using it maybe once a week, and that was to visit my friend. But I mean, I could take public transportation to visit her. That doesn't have to change, you know. But I was just finding myself paying ridiculous amounts for insurance and to maintain a vehicle that I barely use. It just seemed like a waste of money to me. So I had been taking a long time to just think about it and really make sure that this is something that I'm sure about. And when I finally made the appointment and everything, that's when I started getting emotional, because this is one of the last physical things that I got with my husband when we were married. We bought this car a year before we moved back to Chicago, and before everything went to shit with COVID and with his death and everything. I have a t-shirt of his that I still wear. I have his wedding ring here still. I have things of his, like meaningful things, but this is one thing that we both drove this car. That car helped me through some of the toughest times. Like, one of my biggest adjustments after he died was I used to call my husband every time I got off work and we would talk until I got home. That was our thing. We would talk about even nothing sometimes. He just wanted to be on the phone with me, or he would call me because he would work the night shift. So I told him, call me if you needed help staying awake. And he would call me in the mornings, which it was around the time I had to wake up anyway. And we'd talk until he got home. That was our thing. And after he died and I went back to work, I really struggled with that. And that car witnessed me crying, having a lot of mental breakdowns in the car afterward, of missing, especially after I got off work and would drive home. The drives home would involve a lot of crying in the car, missing that, wishing that I could call him and tell him about my day and things like that. And so when I set the appointment, I got so emotional about it, like, whoa. Or even just cleaning out the car, there were still things in there that my husband had left behind, or things like that. It really hit me. And that was where the grief came from, was that of like, whoa, this is one of the last things I bought with him. Me and the car have been through a lot, so it was emotional in that aspect, but I let myself be sad and grieve for a little bit. And then I didn't know it was playtime after I gave myself time to grieve a little bit, when they came to pick up the car and everything. And I had to know it was playtime. And that definitely cheered me up. And I felt better after that. But then the next day, yesterday, Wednesday, I decided I want to get my nails done because my nails were getting long, and once they get to a certain length, they start to really bother me, where I really want to cut them off. Once I start feeling like that, I reach out to my nail tech. And yesterday I didn't have any plans, and I'm like, oh, I hope she has an opening today. That would be amazing. And I had seen in her stories that she had an opening at noon, and I was like, hey, do you still have that noon opening? She's like, no, that one's already booked, but can you come at 10:30? And by this time, it was almost 9 o'clock. And I was like, yes. I was like, yes, let's do it. So I took an Uber there this time, but it's a straight shot on the bus to get there. But I didn't want to be late. I didn't want to risk being late because I was getting ready when we agreed and everything. So I didn't finish getting ready till 10. So I'm like, I'm going to Uber there. But on the way back, I took the bus. And I haven't taken the bus in a long time, since I was a teenager. It's been a long time. And it was fine. It was good. It was chill. I mean, as chill as it could be for Chicago public transportation, because there was a situation with someone who had an obvious issue going on, and they started yelling at everyone in the bus and stuff, but then they got off and it was fine. It was raining on and off, but it was still good. And I went to get my nails done, which... nail check. There's like all these different colors. I've been wanting to get a design like this for a while, but I hadn't found the right color combos and stuff. And then my nail tech posted a picture of this on her Instagram, because I follow her on Instagram. I was like, I want that. So she did it. And afterward, I went to grab lunch at my favorite margarita place called Caesar's Killer Margaritas, which I posted a video about that in my shorts or on TikTok, if anyone's interested, and got me some green enchiladas and a margarita, obviously. Their mango margaritas are bomb there. And then I just took the bus home. And even though it was a little rainy and stuff, it's been really nice out. We're gearing up for a heat wave here in Chicago, because this week's been nice, especially being a little cool. And it's slightly starting to warm up more and more each day. I'm wearing shorts and a tank top today. But next week is supposed to be like in the 90s. But yeah, it was like, just yesterday it kind of showed me like, see, it's not a big deal. I feel like we were conditioned to think that having a car, having certain possessions equals success. So when we don't have one of those certain things, it means there's something wrong with us, or we're not successful. At least for me, that's what it has meant for me, or that's how I have felt. Because I've had a car since I was... just after I graduated college. I bought my car right after I got my first real job. And I feel like being on the bus yesterday, I understood why I meant to not have a car right now. I feel as an artist, I'm an observer. I've always been a big observer in general, just growing up and stuff. But as an artist, it's like doing public transportation, being in my community more, it it almost pushes me to be more part of the world in a way, because I feel like when I'm in my car, I'm just in my car and I don't really interact with people. I go to where I need to be. Where I was in public transportation, I get to more just observe the world. And then if anything inspires me, I write about it. I do something about it, right? For me, I feel like my purpose as an artist is to do things like that, to observe more, to follow my joy and just be, and doing that through being more involved in my community. And that's been something I've been trying to do more and more. And I feel like getting rid of my car kind of encourages me, it forces me to, because I have no other choice, right? Even though I already walked a pretty good amount with my car, there were moments where I'd be like, I'm just gonna drive, even though I could walk, or especially for my lessons or whatever, where I could easily walk. I'm like, I'm gonna drive today. But now I have no other choice. I have to walk there. I walk there. And if it rains, I have my umbrella. I have my rain boots. I have things. I have tools to get me there. So yeah, that's that. And then today I'm going to my diner, and then I'm going to walk to my local lesson. And yesterday too, after I got home and everything, I sent my song to 3 guys in our band. So our bass player and our 2 guitar players. One's a guitar player and vocalist. The other one's a guitar player. And so our guitarist vocalist, he sent a video of himself playing something that he came up with my song. And it was really good. It was good. He did really good. However, he changed the melody, and I want to stick to my melody as much as possible, because I feel like the melody is like the emotional soul of the song. And so I commended him. I said, that was great. Thank you so much for doing that. And then I was like, I'd love to stick to the melody if we can, because I feel like that's like the soul of the song. And so I was like, I'm gonna be meeting with our teacher tomorrow, so I will record him so you guys can get an idea of the vibe of the song I'm going for. It doesn't have to be how he's doing it at all, but just so they could get an idea of the vibe that I'm going for. And so they said, yeah, can you record a video of him doing it? And I was like, yeah, I will. So that's what I'm gonna do today. I'm gonna talk to him and let him know. I'm gonna update him on what's been happening, which he's already aware of, I think, because one of them already talked to him about it. And our other guitarist is like, I'm so excited to work on this. He was like, I'm gonna be out of town for a few days, but then I'll work on it. I'm like, no rush at all. And so he was like, I'm so excited to see this song through. He's like, I even know an engineer that can help us, like whenever we get to the studio to record this or whatever. He's already thinking ahead. He's already thinking beyond once we get to the recording studio to record the song and stuff like that. So I was like, okay. It was really nice, and it felt nice that it feels good that like they're excited about it. They're feeling inspired too. It's nice. So that was really cool of them. But I'm excited. I'm excited to see where it goes. I trust that it will work itself out. It will come together. And I'm not in a rush. I'm not the kind to rush anything, really. I trust the process of creating anything, any piece of artwork. And the same with a song. A song has so many layers, and that's what I'm coming to learn. There's so many layers that comes with that. And yeah, I want to get the song out there, but at the same time, I trust the process, that I'm not one to want to rush it at all. And I trust that everything is unfolding when it's meant to. And I'm not going to rush that either, but energy. And then I practiced some singing yesterday too. I've been doing these vocal exercises to help strengthen my voice. And I did one yesterday right before I started my singing practice, and I feel like it really helped. And I noticed a difference. So I'm excited to go, because I recorded while I was singing, so I'm excited to go back and listen and watch, because I haven't done that. I was so tired yesterday. I didn't have the capacity to watch back after I finish, but I will today. and see. And if anything that I like is there, I'll post it, because I want to show the difference, because it's like in real time I'm adjusting. It's like it'll start and my voice sounds not as good, right? But then later in the song, I get it. It's like those kind of things, and that I want to show. Let yourself sound bad, because then it helps you adjust to sounding better. At least for me, that's what helps me. That's what has helped me reach certain notes or open certain things. Because for me, it feels like I'm just finding a new pathway or a new resonance or something. I don't know. It's hard to explain. It's just like a feeling of how the sound comes out of my mouth and how it adjusts and stuff like that. But singers, if you know, you know. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, but what else am I doing? We're gonna do Louis Tomlinson's coming to Chicago next week, and I'm going. I invited my sister because I had an extra ticket. I have floor tickets, so I think they're gonna have seats, but I got like, section 1 because his tickets are affordable and worth it. So I was like, I'm going. So I got 2 tickets, even though at the time I didn't know who I was gonna bring with me. So I have a friend that I go to events with and stuff, but she's out of town. She's at her hometown, so she couldn't come with me. But I asked my sister, because my sister has come with me to concerts and stuff. I've brought her to One Direction and Harry Styles. I was like, well, you know, this is one of the One Direction boys. And she's like, yeah. I kind of want to reconnect with my sister and kind of have a talk with her to clear the air with her, and then we'll have fun at the concert. Concerts has also been kind of our thing too, like where we go to events together that we like and stuff like that. But we've been a little disconnected for a bit, so I kind of want to, my intention is to reconnect with that through music, right? What better way to reconnect than through music? But I gotta look up his set list, because I like knowing what songs he's gonna sing. So I'm gonna look that up today and start listening to it, which I've already been listening to. His whole album's on my playlist that I listen to every day, but still. And then I'm also gonna send it to her, so in case she wants to listen. But I'm excited for that. Maybe I'll do a little vlog of it or something. That'll be fun. Right now, looking for a good point of view kind of camera. The glasses I got were not it. Like, they're not good. I don't want to get Meta glasses. I'm trying my best not to get them. But there's these other point of view cameras that you can wear as like a necklace that I'm looking into. If anyone has any suggestions, I'm open. But maybe. I that you cared that I was the one who was never there. It's a song I gotta practice for band, so I'm already just automatically conditioning myself to practice it every time it comes on. Just kidding. That's what I'm looking for. So it's the kind of stuff I want to wear when I'm like, when I go out to eat, when I go out on my walks, when I go to a concert. I want to have something to be able to record footage without having to worry about anything and without killing my phone battery or anything. So figure it out. We were perfectly together forever and ever. Laying on the floor with my broken heart and all. You said was a one of your dreams, that your heart belonged to me. Now I believe I must move on, because I know you won't come home. Come home. Oh, I know I will survive, even if you're not by my side. Think this time I'll say goodbye. Don't come to me saying that you cared. Don't come with your lies in the air. You keep blaming me and it ain't fair. Don't come telling me that you're worried, hurting if you're gone. Don't come to me saying that you're sorry. Your words mean nothing. Your words mean nothing at all. Mm-hmm. 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 Oh, there we go. You said that we were perfect for each other, that I was like no other. I never knew this was a game. You win, I lose, I've been replaced. I'm gonna work on my breath work for this song, which I'm gonna talk to my teacher about it today. So it's like, I don't want to feel like I'm running out of breath sometimes when I sing this. I never know that it ain't true, and I'm so glad that I left you. Oh, I know I will survive, even if you're not by my side. Think this time I'll say goodbye. Don't come to me saying that you cared, but was never there. Don't come with your lies in the air. Don't come telling me that you're worried, then I'll be hurting if you're gone. Your words mean nothing. Your words mean nothing at all. Oh, 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 mm, 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 mm. Mm, 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 mm. Oh, 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 oh. Okay. New lashes, because I should have got up with some more. I'm running low. Okay. Let's get some eyebrow thingies. Whatever this is called. Eyebrow liner? Eyebrow filling? Okay. You all deserve each other. This weekend I'm going to my grandma's birthday party. Shit, I forgot to call her. Damn it. I gotta make up for it with a good gift. So maybe tomorrow I'll spend the day thinking of what to get her or shopping for it or something. I don't know. I'll figure something out. spot. I'm still practicing my screaming. I don't know if you could hear the song. It's Spirit Box, so Soft Spine by Spirit Box. Like soft spot. I'm still working on that. Though I did do some screaming yesterday too. And that's always fun to do. I'd rather do it when I'm by myself than I'm right here on camera right now. Especially right now, it's still early, but I think it comes out best when I have emotions that are like coming through. The same with singing, honestly. I always feel like I sing better when I'm like feeling the music, the song, like really feeling it, and I feel the emotions and stuff. Right now, I haven't really been feeling the emotions. I'm just here doing my makeup, talking to the camera, but when I get into my meditative state and the songs will come up and I'll start thinking, the emotions will come up, because sometimes the songs will bring up memories and things that I need to let go of, or situations that I'm looking back on that maybe it was a time where I didn't express those feelings before. So they'll come out for me to sing them and scream them in the music. And that's a form of alchemy for me, I feel like, you know? It's very freeing, very fun to do. So I encourage anyone to do it. You don't have to be any good at singing at all to do it. It's a good way to release. For me, I do this, I sing every day, even the days where I'm not really practicing or anything, just letting the songs play out, and then let the emotions come up that come up and just release them with the singing is what I do. It's a lot of fun. And it's so much fun. And then I've been doing this for a long time, but I learned that it's like a form of somatic healing or whatever, somatic therapy or something, which I didn't know that, but I was like, oh, good to know. Even better. So, and I also feel like expressing those emotions through singing is what helps open my voice up more. Remember when I started the singing journey and I got a sing thing that you put over your mouth so you won't be loud, but you could belt. And I haven't used it because that was when I was a lot more self-conscious, but now I'm just like, I don't care if my neighbors hear me. Like, I've talked to my neighbor and I was like, if my stuff is too loud, let me know. And she's like, oh, well, that's fine. She said there used to be someone that used to live here that used to play show tunes and musicals and stuff all the time, really loud. So upstairs there used to be two people. They used to be roommates, and one of them used to sing. He used to, in the mornings, I used to hear him belting and stuff, which was cool. I'm like, okay, that makes me feel better about my singing. But he moved out. My other neighbor, I don't know. I hear him walking around, but I don't really hear him listen to music or anything that I can tell, but I don't know. But I'm respectful in that I don't do it too late. By 8, 9 o'clock, I'm turning things off and stuff, so. Anyway. All right, well, I'm gonna get dressed and get ready to go get some lunch before my vocal lesson. Thanks for joining me.